So you've done your Explora search, and now it's time to start using some of these results. One of the things you may want to do is click that sign in button in the upper corner. Now, when you sign into Explora, it's actually going to ask you to create your own little storage area on Explora, and this is going to be super handy. So if you click create a new account, it'll walk you through the steps. I've already done one for myself, so I'm just going to log right in here so you can see what the benefits are. The login, the create new account process is pretty quick and easy. And it creates an account within Explora where you can store information from one session to the next session. So let's say that this article looks like it's going to be really helpful and useful, and I don't have a way to print it out, and I don't want to have to go looking for it again by remembering my terms. What I can do is I can click on this folder off to the right side, and when I do that, it's going to save it to my account. And it's super easy for me to go and then go to my folder once I'm signed in. Here are all the articles that I've saved. It's got a couple from a previous session, and there's my Elon Musk one that I just saved. This saves me from having to rerun a search that I've already done. And once I've decided I don't need an article anymore, it's easy enough to just select them and hit delete, and they'll be gone. And we can select all at once, we can deselect all at once. It's a very easy, friendly system. Back in my results, it's super simple for me to just add or remove articles from my results list. Just by clicking, you can see if they're yellow, it's added to the folder, and if it's blue, it's not in the folder. Back in my results list, I have titles, I have author and publisher information, and then there's a short piece called an abstract, all of which helps provide a quick overview. But it's a little hard to make it out. So off to the side here is a great little option, which when you hover over this little piece of paper, it gives you all of that information nicely broken down and nicely explained step by step. Of particular interest is this subject area, which can provide you with keywords to help you find other related articles and titles, which could be really helpful. The abstract, you'll see, gives a quick overview of what the entire thing's about, and the database tells you which one of EBSCO's many databases this piece of information was pulled from. When I'm looking at these results, I can see that I may not be as interested in these first two that are here. They're both reviews, and they're both the same title. In fact, they're reviews of a book called Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, and the Quest for a Fantastic Future. Now, that's great, except I'm probably not going to get a lot of information from a review of a book about Elon. I want to find out some more specific information. So if I scroll down a little bit, I can see that I've actually got some options here to watch a video. And I've got Tesla and SpaceX CEO on global warming. So I've got some information from Elon Musk talking about global warming. And if I click this link, it's going to actually bring me into a new window where the video is going to appear, and I can actually watch this video right on the screen, see what's going on, hear what's going on, which is really handy and really great. But not only do I have the video, I've also got these awesome side panels that include the storyline, which is basically a newspaper write-up version of what's going on in the video to help explain it so I can read it as well as see it. It also has a shot list, which tells me how this video piece was put together, piece by piece, what's in it and what's being said in each little section. In addition to that, there's also a transcript, and this is a clickable hyperlink transcript. So if I was to click on a particular sentence, it'll jump to that portion of the video and let me hear exactly what's being said at that portion. So I can both watch the video and read along with it. And that's going to let me do a really good job of quoting information from the video if I decide that there's information here that's going to be useful. In addition to all of that, I also get all of these details down the bottom about the video itself, including keywords that might help me find other information, and the citations. So if I do decide to use some of this information, I can just copy and paste the citation and be ready to go. So when we're looking at our results, one of the things I should have done earlier was gone over my source types, because these reviews are not super handy. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on magazines. So when I click this source type, it's going to reduce my results, and it's going to focus me on just periodicals, magazines. Now I've got several different articles that I could check out and see what's going on. Now you may notice that underneath each one there is a different link to a different type of file. So I've got Elon Musk's House of Gigacards here as one article, which is a PDF, and then I've got The Inventors, which has both HTML and PDF, and those are different ways of displaying the information. I'm going to take a look at what those might look like. So if I wanted to check out one of those articles, I could click on the PDF of the full text, and this is basically a scan of the magazine page. It's exactly what the original article looked like, scanned in. You can see that there's images, there's pictures, this is a drawing, and I can read through this whole thing, and as I read along, there's going to be charts, there's going to be graphs, and it appears exactly as it did in the original magazine. This is how it appeared. This is not a translation of it. Now, if I go to this next article and I go to the HTML version, it's not going to look like a magazine. It's going to look like a web page. It's got the text that I need, and if I scroll down, it may have images that are associated. It doesn't always. So it's got a whole bunch of other text that also appears in the article, but the key stuff about the guy I was looking for is right here at the top. So it's all gathered together in one place. So in one sense, it's kind of handy in that way. If I take a look at this PDF of the exact same article, I'm going to see that it's got the scans of the pages. Now, instead of having it as one big image, it's broken into two because it was on 2 pages. And then this was that other text I saw at the bottom of the HTML page. You can see that it's not organized quite the same way as it was in the HTML, and I've got to go looking for the stuff that was about my particular guy. So the HTML version might be a little bit easier to see, all gathered together in one spot, versus PDF version, which is going to show me exactly what it looked like on the page.